ladies, gentlemen, and my often forgotten, but definitely not by me, topside creepers. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Today is just a little update day. We're going to be getting the windshield out of the S10. Recently went and got a Milwaukee oscillating tool. So I've seen a couple guys remove windshields with one of these since they're glued in. So we're going to give that a go, try and get this windshield out. And then also on the dually project, which is going to be the main focus of today, we're going to try and get the new crankshaft in, get all our rods connected. Yeah, just going to try and get this thing back together. Going to be taking the heads over to a local machine shop guy, have him pressure check and surface those guys, and hopefully get this truck on the road by end of January, start getting some miles on it. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, got the windshield out with the help of this little guy. I'm not gonna lie, just put a wood bit in it and kind of figured out the best way, just kind of making light swipes back and forth with it. And as you can see, we have a windshield that is now not attached. So I'm gonna get this thing popped all the way out, throw it in the trash, and move on to the dually engine. All right, it's been a couple days since those first couple clips of the windshield. We got some new bearings for this guy, Molly, however you want to call them. Got our heads back from the machine shop, looking mighty fine. Still have a little bit left to do as far as cleanup to get ready for all the new bearings, and get those things in, and grab our other crankshaft, get that thing in, and start going back together with this motor. So on to the time lapses. Okay, got the new crankshaft in, got all new bearings in. Now we're going to go ahead and torque the main caps, and then I'll move to the rod bolts. So on a Duramax, specifically an LML, you're going to go ahead and torque down your vertical main cap bolts first, and then you will go through and do the side cap bolts. You'll end up doing 72 foot-pounds as a step 1, then you'll do 97 step 2, and then you'll come back and do 60 degrees. So I have this snap-on angle torque wrench. It does pound-feet, Newton meter, and degree. So gonna go back to the time lapse. Okay, we're back. Got our main caps all torqued down. Got all of our rod caps bolted down, nice and torqued. Now I have to put the camshaft back in. On these, there is a dual tooth deal. It takes up gear lash, so there's a little spring inside of there. So I gotta put tension on that guy and then put him in. And then once the cam is in, flip this thing over and start getting some heads on it. So we're gonna get the camshaft ready to go back in and see where we can get today. Okay, we're back. If you can see right here, I have this bolt. It actually threads into that inner gear and will hold it. So you can use this little hole up here to pull this gear and put tension on it. Put this set bolt in there, it'll hold the tension. And then, I don't know if you can see up here, got our single dot on the crankshaft and then our 2 dots on the camshaft. Make sure everything's in time and nice and happy. So now that we've got the cam in, got my retainer plate and the 2 Allens in it nice and tight, going to put our reluctor wheel for the camshaft back on, and then get this thing flipped over and get some heads on it. So back to the time lapses. We're back. Hasn't been super long. Got our oil pump on, and then our crankshaft reluctor wheel. You might be thinking, why am I holding red Loctite? These oil pump drive gears, they are left-handed thread. This spins right-handed. Let's just say in my past, I've had one of these nuts right here come loose. It is not fun. It wrecks motors. So a little bit of red Loctite on your nut, torque down, then you don't have those kind of problems. They're not fun, trust me. So a little bit of a Duramax tech tip. Let's get back into the time lapse. Okay, so we've got front cover, upper oil pan, lower oil pan, rear cover on. We're fixing to put these main seals in. So I'm going to put a little RTV around them and send them home. Just gonna make sure I get all where it seals up on the front cover. Just a nice film of RTV. Then got our install tool. See if I can get that. So when you go to install these front seals, you can't have the balancer bolt in there. The seal driver is not deep enough. So once I get this out, you'll hear the change in tone when I'm hitting this home. In. Move on to the back one, and once I get that rear seal in, get the lower oil pan all tightened up, and then we can flip this thing over and start getting heads on. Okay, kind of skipped a little bit on this side. I've got most of my studs in, haven't tightened down yet. Got the other gasket on, ready for the head to get put down on it. Gonna do a time lapse of this and probably speed the time lapse up, just because it's very, very time consuming to do all the washers. Got to put the lube on them and get everything ready for it to torque down. So another one. Alright, we're back. We got the head studs all torqued down. Did the first sequence in 60 foot-pounds. Second sequence went to 90, and then a final torque of 120 on the main head studs, and then these top M8 bolts get torqued to 25 foot-pounds. So it's getting pretty late. It's about 9 o'clock, 9:30. So I think we're gonna end it here for this video. I'll probably make a second video dressing the engine, putting valve covers, showing how to run valve lash. Do it a little bit different than the standard way of running them. Find it runs a little smoother, doesn't make as much noise. So got it pretty well buttoned up. Be coming up here tomorrow to hopefully get this thing dressed, minus a couple parts that I don't have yet. But thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, all that good jazz. and we'll see you in the next one.